Welcome to another episode of Sensei Simon Says. Had to remember my own name there for a second. So I'd like to shout out to Brighton Jitsu, and they asked us a question. We put a video out last week about whether I hated warm-ups or not. And I don't hate warm-ups, but I made a point about techniques in the real world. Can't rely on a warm-up. You can't stretch and limber up first. So the question was, what are my favorite non-warm-up techniques? Okay, so I'm gonna borrow Sudan a second, who always puts his body on the line for us. So one of the techniques, I can take it a couple of different ways. So actually one of the ways that I actually sometimes get people to warm up is, when a scenario he throws a punch, I have to move. Okay, we keep the temperature, we keep the pace down, right, because we're not warm yet. Okay, but from this point I've moved off the line, I've not got hit, and then I practice 3 places to hit. So here I can take the back of the head, I can drive that in. From here, striking here, okay, here. Like, we don't actually have to go to these extremes of striking these points. When people are joining and I'm trying to learn them how to be instantly dangerous, the strike can come in and they can just identify it. Like, oh, I wouldn't want to be touched in the eyes, I wouldn't want to be hit in the nose or the throat or the groin. And just that mental identification of places to strike that are open for those positions. And who knows, we're going to go, okay, if it comes to the outside this time, we can have the back of the neck, the groin, okay, the chin. Okay, these are just places where I can instantly be dangerous. And that's really, really important because you have so little warning between the beginning of a fight and a fight happening. You can't warm up into that. Now, I could take the question a different way. What technique can I do in Jitsu which doesn't require a warm up? Well, the answer to any question like that is always Koshikaruma, regardless of the question, because he can throw this punch. Okay, from here, all I do is hug him, turn around, stick my bum out. Right? And that technique will work with almost no warm-up. That's one of the great things about doing Jitsu. You do have to warm up to full at these techniques, and I'd just like to thank Sudan for that. Thank you very much for your question, Brighton Jitsu. Bring on more questions.